It is National Thoughtful Day. That is meant to serve as a reminder that just one kind gesture is enough to turn somebody's day around. People are also encouraged to slow down, do something nice for others. So do you guys have any memories of somebody doing something nice for you ever in your life?
I feel like
Oh my gosh, all the time.
Yeah, I would like to say so.
At the drive-through, we were
did
talking
talk
about drive-through stuff the other day.
It was a different
paying it
National
ahead or
Day
whatever.
of, but we talked about it last week for something else about.
Yeah, like paying it forward
Yeah.
or something.
It was like there are kindness
Kindness Day.
days,
Yeah, it was
and,
one of those.
all of those
Yeah.
things.
But yes,
So,
thoughtful day.
I don't have anything in particular that comes to mind, but I will tell this story, even though I was the one being thoughtful. But there's a point to it. I'm not just sort of bragging here, but so the gym where I work out, there's another trainer who is there all the time when I'm there with my trainer. And she pulled me aside one day and she goes, I know you won't remember this. And I didn't. And she said, I was at the main mall one day and I had 3 kids under the age of 3. And, one of them was screaming and one of them was running around. And I was like frazzled at my wit's end and I was embarrassed and it was tough. And you walked up to me and said, you're doing fine, Mom. You're doing fine. Hang in there.
That's cool.
And I don't even remember doing that, but I can remember times in my life where I wanted to do something like that and held back for whatever
Right.
reason.
Yeah.
And I feel like we as a society do hold back. I don't know if we're afraid of the reaction or what it is, but there have been many times that I hold back. And so it was so nice that she reminded me of that, because it reminded me, if you have one of those thoughts, just share it. Like, what's the worst that can happen? You know what I mean? Just give somebody a word of encouragement.
Yeah, it's true.
I wish we did it more,
Yeah.
and this will take us way off track, so I'm trying to think if I even want to say it. We don't live in that world anymore.
I know.
We just don't.
But we can all set the example.
When I say we don't live in the
Right.
world, not that people don't feel kindness or want to share kindness, but there's hesitation
Yeah.
because of what you don't know what the reaction is going to be. So you could have this beautiful thought of sharing your emotion with this mom who, in your opinion, I'm not struggling.
Right,
I
she
don't
could
need
have
your
a
advice
bad
on how to take
reaction.
care of it. I don't need you to tell me I'm doing. And all of a sudden, your kind gesture now becomes a thing, and that's a real fear.
True.
Like, I mean, I'm worried about. Hey, you look really nice today.
Right.
Okay, that's not sexual harassment. I'm just being nice. I'm just telling you look nice today. Like, I mean, I say
Right.
it to
I
guys
hear
and girls. So, like, everything feels like is a thing. You have to think, am I going to say this? Am I just going to get me in trouble? So, and that's awful. I hate
is.
that.
It is.
Because it used to be as organic as that.
Right.
Hey, you look really nice today. Thank you so much. Have a great day. You too. Boom.
I know.
Now it's like you get sued. So it's just like, it's a thing. It's a problem.
It
so,
is true. It is true. I don't know. My feeling on that is break through and do it anyway. If somebody has a bad reaction to you trying to be kind, that's on them, and that's even sadder, really.
Yeah.
But just do it anyway.
I love the world that you live in, and I would love to live there as well.
Okay, so it's also a day for nostalgia because it's Radio Commercials Day. There's a day for radio commercials?
See, I kind of like this.
You do?
Yes.
Okay. So some people might be annoyed when they were listening to their, favorite songs and the commercials played a large role in it, but they did play a large role in the entertainment business for almost 100 years. Of course, they provided revenue for the stations. Right. And a fun fact, WCSH in Portland started as a radio station back in 1925. The station is now the country station, WZAN. So there you go. I don't remember radio
I don't know
ads.
if I can differentiate what I heard on the radio or saw on TV, because a lot of times they were the same.
Right.
Like you'd see a commercial on TV, and then you'd also hear the same commercial.
That's a good point.
So like, I'm a Pepper, you're a Pepper. Like you'd hear that on the radio too for Dr. Pepper, but you'd also see it. So
Yeah.
like that jingle, I am stuck on Band-Aids because Band-Aids stuck on me. I feel like I heard
my
that
God.
1,000
How do you
times on
come
the
up
radio.
with these off the top of your head?
Because you were talking and I was thinking at the same time. So
Okay.
I didn't have to talk, and I'm not chewing gum. So so I mean those ones, like those forever ingrained in my childhood ones for
Yeah.
sure. And then so Barry Manilow is famous for being Barry Manilow. He used to write all these
All those
jingles.
jingles.
Really?
He wrote the McDonald's commercials. He
Come
wrote
on.
like a Good Neighbor, State Farm is there. He wrote that jingle.
Wow.
He sings them at his concerts. He's like, I bet you guys
that's
never know
so
I
cool.
did this. And then he starts singing these random commercials like, Shut
I would
up!
love
Barry
to see
Manilow
that.
wrote that. So
Oh, that's awesome.
You could Google it. Google or YouTube.
Yeah, there's
Barry
probably video
Manilow
of it on there.
commercial jingle, and you
Yeah.
get to see all the commercials that he wrote, which is
that's
you're like,
so
what?
cool.
It's probably how he made the majority of his money. There's some money in music licensing.
Well, American Bandstand. He wrote the theme to American Bandstand with Dick Clark, and that
Boom.
just exploded.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
But anyway,
You know a lot about Barry Manilow.
I love Barry Manilow.
Yeah, no, I do too.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
I'm a huge
it
Barry
was-
Manilow fan.
Yeah, it was. There were two from my childhood when my parents were still married, which wasn't. They got divorced when I was 6, so there weren't many years. But I do remember hearing the Beatles all the time and Barry Manilow all the time.
Yeah.
Like those two, musicians.
Did you have a
music-
wood-burning fireplace?
No.
I always joke that if you have a wood-burning fireplace in the state of Maine, it is state law that you have to listen to Barry Manilow at the same time.
Really?
It's just a joke because it's just that it's his,
ambiance.
the ambiance and it's romance and it's just, you smell the smoke and you hear the crackle and you listen to Barry Manilow. Like,
Kinda
it's-
makes sense,
It's like
actually.
a romantic scene.
All right.
You know, he's got that
Yeah.
song "Weekend in New England," which is such a great song.
Yeah.
So anyway.
Weirdly, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, like, it's a joke, but it's kind of funny.